Hey guys, welcome back. This is Eric Smith, Five Reasons Sports Network contributor, also a co-host of Scouting the Fins. What I wanted to do today, we saw a lot of clips of the 1v1 drills at the Senior Bowl, and we, saw some clips here and there from the game. But what I wanted to really be able to do in this video is to go through the entire game and just talk about the offensive line, talk about some of the good stuff that we saw, talk about some of the bad stuff that we saw, and at the end, kind of share my opinion on how each of these players did. I understand the video quality of this is not the best. It was the best way that I could come up with to capture it. I know that I am not the most exciting person talking through stuff, but I do help that hope that I'm, helping to increase your knowledge if you're watching through all these videos. If you decide that you want to skip ahead to the end and just get my overall thoughts, feel free to jump ahead to basically the last 4 minutes of this video. But if you really want to sit around and see my thoughts, this is more of a informal format. I'm not going to sit here and rewind every play and really try to break it down in detail. It's going to be more of just kind of watching the play, trying to figure out what concept they're trying to run, and just try to point out some of the stuff that I'm seeing in a review that's going to take, about 30 to 45 minutes to do, and that's going to be just for the American team. We'll circle back and we'll do this again for the national team. But in this video, American team, full game. Let's get started. All right, starting out here, first play for the American team. Have a bit of a power play here with the guard pulling around, so that's going to be 74, which is Clay Webb from Jacksonville State. Good job on the down block on the front side. Nothing too crazy good or bad on that play. Next play. Pass block, nice pocket. Nothing to really talk about there. All right, now we're getting some zone running here. So it's going to be outside zone to the right. And we get a good job here by Logan Brown here at tackle of getting good outside position to start, giving an easy read for the running back here. Savaiinaea also doing a good job getting to the outside. And then we got Jacob Bayer here at center climbing to the second level. So good job overall there by the American team on that outside zone run. Now we're getting some zone to the other side. All right, so now we got, let's see, who is that? Looks like, so that's going to be Carson Vinson here, number 76. Got that wide alignment on that defensive end. Gets out of his stance, right? Not a great read either way there. You got Betch there trying to help out as well. Back probably should have bounced that based on that read. Not a great combo block on the inside. And that's going to be Clay Webb and Bayer in the middle there, right? Would like to see Webb really, help a little more on that first level. Well, I guess he does a pretty good job, right? You got Bayer there at center who just has to be able to win that rep at that point and to seal him outside. Moving along. Another pass, pretty nice pocket. You can see Vincent kind of getting beat around the edge there. Webb also getting beat around the edge. Not the worst thing there. When you're looking at, we're looking at the 42-yard line, and he's running 9 yards deep. So it could be worse, but not a perfect rep there by any means. All right, getting some zone action. Play action, zone play. Nothing to really talk about there. Getting some inside zone there. So we're getting a nice combo block on the front side there. That's going to, was it Vinson and Webb? Same thing on the backside. You know, not a ton of movement, but a good job not giving up any penetration and giving the back a nice lane there for a solid gain. Pass blocking, right? So we're getting a slide right protection. Um, you get that one technique slanting across, and the center reads that. Uh, Probably need a little better job passing off there on the blitzing linebacker between Savaiinaea and Logan Brown at tackle there, but that's the stuff you're going to see in a all-star game where you're not supposed to be blitzing. And that's going to wrap it up for the first drive for the American team. All right, so we got American drive number 2 here. Starting out with a pass play, penalty. All right, so now we're getting that similar power play again there. Got another pretty good down block there between Brown and Savaiinaea. Got Webb pulling around. I guess it depends on how they've been coaching this. Webb was probably aiming for the Mike linebacker here, but would like to see him, find a guy that's in the hole and take that first. Looks like the wide receiver is trying to get down on that block, so not gonna knock Webb too much on that. Pass blocking, solid pocket, nothing there. So on that one, we're getting Vinson getting a little bit of a bull rush there. Definitely not ideal. Now we're getting some long trap action. So we get Vinson and Webb with a nice down block on the front side there. Not sure which linebacker they were supposed to go to, but at some point one of them probably should have come off. I'm going to guess they should have been aiming for this linebacker here. Probably should have been Vinson sliding off there. You get Savaiinaea. Good technique on the pull, right? Good angle here that you can see that as they're pulling, you want them climbing into that line of scrimmage, not just coming straight down the line. And you can see that by doing that, right, pull left, hit left, puts them in good position there. So good rep by Savaiinaea there. Play action screen pass. You got Logan Brown there at right tackle. Definitely not the most athletic looking guy there, but does a good enough job getting to the next level and attaching to a defender. Play action pass. Nothing to really talk about there. That was a design deep shot. False start by Dellinger. Got a draw here. So solid job of the back by reading that. Would really rather see Savaiinaea take more of an inside set there. Lets that defender get across his face and really kind of affects that play. And also see the same thing from Vincent on the left side there of, if we know that we're running a draw here, really should probably be taking more of a inside set and trying to entice those defenders upfield, more like we got Logan Brown here at the right tackle position. Pass blocking. So Webb wasn't too bad here. Got a slide left protection, so you know everything's sliding to the left there. Would like to see the quarterback step up and get rid of the ball a little better. Logan Brown was probably the worst of this group. Um, really like to see him take a little more of an either be able to absorb that impact. Like he's even, right? So he looks like he's trying to take on a bull rush. Would like to see him be able to absorb that better, or else just redirect further upfield and provide an escape lane there for Riley Leonard. So I wouldn't say there's any standouts on this play, but Logan Brown was probably the worst of this group on the play. And then last play of drive 2 here. So that actually same play, just a slowed down replay. All right, we got drive 3 here, shorter drive. So we got a flea flicker, and basically you got inside zone or duo action there from the offensive line. Obviously, good protection. Big play gets him down inside the 10-yard line. And we're getting some inside zone action there, right? So we got Vinson here still at left tackle. Again, not giving a great read there. You can see that he's trying to press that defender to the outside, but really isn't winning that inside position as much as you'd like. And then you got the combination of Lampkin and Webb here at center and left guard on this combination block. And would like to see a little more movement at the point of attack there. Just not a whole lot here for the running back. The backside combination, you got Slater and Logan Brown here at right tackle. Slater's doing a solid job. Would like to see Brown get in there a little more. And then, probably the worst thing here is the tight end getting beat on the backside and really forcing the bounce there. So not anything great here, but the tight end was probably the worst thing on that play. All right, pass blocking. Everything's pretty solid here. I mean, Brown doesn't have the greatest of position on this. You're also getting, I don't know, everything else is pretty good. Just, Brown would like to see him with a little better inside position on that. But, still does enough to not get the holding call and allow Dart to scramble out of there for the touchdown. And then the 2-point conversion, just some play action boot. One of those deals that, offensive line doesn't have a whole lot of responsibilities here. American team drive 4, another pretty short one here. All right, so just some pass blocking. It's a slide right protection. And you can see Vinson getting beat to the inside early there. Can't have that. Rest of that was pretty good. Just Vinson losing the one-on-one rep there. More pass blocking, another slide right protection. And this time you got Vinson getting beat to the outside. So you're looking at, ball is snapped from the 33. Watching where that defender turns the corner. The 23. I mean, you got to get a little more of them here. You can see Dart is starting to work up the pocket, but you got to give him a little more time here. he's basically on his first hitch and getting the ball stripped from behind there. I don't necessarily hate how, you know, quickly he turned, right? It's almost 10 yards, which is usually enough for the quarterback. But in this case, right, he's just able to get flat a little too early there for anybody's liking. And then just an angle from the other side. And you can see that, looking at the lean here, right? Look at how far he's leaning over, expecting that power rush from the defensive end. And that just lets the defensive end get underneath him and turn that corner. All right, American team drive 5. So pass blocking, good pocket, nothing really to write home about. More pass blocking. And we get Vinson. Man, he's having a rough day. So, again, ball snap 33. Really similar play. Starts out in okay position. His steps are a little big, I think. He's kind of losing too much connection with the ground there. I think he's a little too high in that set. And that doesn't allow him to flip his hips and accelerate his feet to run him out of there. Other than that, I think the pass pro was pretty solid there. Another one from the angle. And you can see, like, in that last one, almost an overcorrection, right? And the previous one, that Vincent got beat around the edge. He was leaning out too much. Now he's almost too upright. And now that defender is able to rip underneath and get through. All right, now we're just getting quarterback draw. Pretty easy blocking assignments. You can see that compared to the draw earlier, we're doing a better job here. You can see that, Slater on the right side here doing a good job of enticing that defender upfield along with everybody else. And then you get Willie Lampkin out there leading it. Good rep on the quarterback draw here. Getting that power play, they seem to really like Webb pulling around. Got your combo block on the front side between Slater and Savaiinaea. Good job here of getting him turned inside before Savaiinaea is climbing. You've got Dellinger climbing to that linebacker. Would like to see him get there with a little more authority. Right, he's meeting him at 2 yards and kind of staying there. Again, tight end being more of an issue than anything on that, letting that guy get to the inside. Would like to see a little more vertical movement if that defensive end is going to slant inside there. But back does a good job of reading it and bouncing. Pass blocking, very nice pocket. Nothing to talk about there. All right, not the greatest of pockets there. You got Webb getting walked back a little bit, but doing a solid job of, regaining his leverage. And Vinson, once again, being a little too soft around the edge there. Going back to, looks like it's supposed to be long trap. You can see that Dellinger is way late getting off the ball. Everybody else is blocking down. Like the idea here was to wash everything down and then to have Webb kicking out. And as a result of that, you can see that Webb is slow to that down block, giving up penetration, and the back has to cut somewhere else. Again, Senior Bowl, new quarterback, not going to ding Dellinger too much on stuff like that. Pass blocking, solid pocket here. I mean, you got Bayer and Webb, giving up a little bit of penetration on the inside, but both of them do a pretty solid job of re-anchoring and not just continuing to get walked back there. Going back to long trap. Again, right, got to have a little more from the tight end here to, let Webb get around the edge there. You got a nice developing play here. But your tight end just stays in the backfield. You can see that Webb ends up tripping over him. And the back ends up making something out of it. But in terms of the blocking assignments, everything looks really good on this play with the exception of the tight end. All right, so a little bit of play action there, kind of looks like inside or outside zone action. They're leaving that, split flow, and tough blocks by the tight end there, but nothing to talk about with the offensive line on that play. All right, so getting some, looks like inside zone with some split flow action. Good job by Vinson here, right? Not necessarily run out the ball. He's been getting beat around the edge, so give a little bit of a pass block set and just let that end run himself out of the play, which is exactly what you get here. Getting a combo block there between Bayer and Webb. Right, got to see that a little better, a little earlier. That linebacker is stepping up there, and both of them got to hit that a little more square and read that linebacker. But you see the linebacker basically runs himself out of the play. Good job on the front side here. I like how Slater is, patient, right? This is the linebacker they are responsible for right there, and you can see that Slater's eyes are on him, but Slater is not just taking off to get there. He knows that player is running himself out of the play, so there is no reason to leave Savaiinaea alone on that block. Another pass play. Slide right protection. Good job. On the right side there, Savaiinaea, giving up a little bit to the inside there, but not an awful rep overall. Right side here, we've got, I thought that was a twist, but I guess not. It looks more like Webb just getting beat to the outside. I think Webb might have been expecting a twist there based on what the way the defensive end was setting that up. Ends up being a little too soft and lets his defender get through there. All right, now that's the same play, just end zone angle of it. And you can see that, Webb never really gets that left hand, gets it swiped away, that left hand. So maybe he wasn't expecting a stunt, just ended up not being able to maintain contact here. Vinson taking the power rush and, not just stonewalling him, but you can see an okay job of getting his feet back and being able to protect it there. All right, real short one here for this drive, number 6. So just a solid pocket for Leonard to throw from. And then the other play on this drive. Again, that great pocket there. Got a slide left protection. Everybody goes to the outside. Webb and Vinson do a good job of passing that off. You got Savaiinaea and Slater both doing a really good job of one-on-one blocking on the right side there. Another short one here on drive 7 by the American team. Got some slide right protection. Quick throw. Decent pocket. Can see Vinson kind of getting beat late there on the spin move back to the inside, but it looks like a design shot throw. This ball was getting out early no matter what. All right, and then we get fumbled snap. You got a guard playing center, and I think that's the Canadian quarterback. Big surprise, you're going to, have a sloppy snap in a all-star game. All right, drive 8 here. So, nothing by the O-line there. This was play action to the left, leaving that defensive end unblocked, and that defensive end didn't bite on the play fake. And just a good job by the defensive end. Another pass play. Hard to tell what the protection is there. Maybe a 3/4 slide to the right with Slater going to the right. Leaving Vinson on a bit of an island there. And you see that he doesn't do a great job there. If that ball's not out quick, it's going to be problems. But solid job from the rest of them. You can see Lampkin giving up some penetration, but not just getting completely walked back into the quarterback. All right, so we got some slide left protection here. Left side, you can see that Slater does a good job being patient till Dellinger takes that over, right? And then finding work. We've seen him do this a few times in the game. On the right side here, have your one-on-one blocking. Again, we got a stunt with Lampkin and Savaiinaea there. Guys that obviously haven't played together. Not the easiest thing to pass off in an all-star game. Would like to see Lampkin try to stay a little square. And for Savaiinaea to be a little more aggressive going to the inside there. But all-star game, not taking that into too much account. Little swing pass here. Again, this ball's out quick. Nothing for the offensive line, really. And then last play of this drive is a 2-point conversion. Yet another quick pass play. Offensive line does a good job off the ball, but not asking too much at all there. Drive 9 here for the American team. Some more play action passing. Offensive line is relatively solid here. You got a back that's supposed to be helping out. Would like to see him get his nose in there a little more to help Vinson. I would think that he's expecting help there and really didn't get it. The pressure on the right side is 2 tight ends blocking. More pass blocking. Vinson giving up some pressure there, but did a decent job absorbing contact, especially with a hand in his face, of still being able to sink his hips a little bit and slow down that pressure. Nice pocket there. All right, so that's a slide right protection. We got Slater in there at center now. Does a good job of being patient and going over there, seeing that stunt develop and being able to pick up the guy coming around the edge. Dellinger here at left guard does a good job. Right, guy starts inside, goes to the outside, and Dellinger does a good job of just mirroring him the whole way. And then last play on that drive. So going to be a slide right protection here. And on an earlier rep, we saw Slater at guard doing a good job of being patient and then finding some help there, right? Would like to see Lampkin in this slide right protection having a little more attention to his outside gap, right? Slide right, everybody has the gap outside of them or to the right of them, right? So Savaiinaea is more worried about getting beat around the edge and should, feel like he has help from the inside there. So would have liked to see Lampkin give him a little more of that help. On this side, again, another stunt. Not the greatest job of picking it up. You can see some. Not a fan of that pass set by Vincent, of that vertical pass set, basically walking back instead of kick stepping back. And you can see he's not in a good position to recover and explode to the inside on that. Better job by Dellinger, hand in the face again, but able to maintain some contact through there. All right, last drive, number 10 for the American team here. Got a false start to start the series. Slide left protection. Pretty solid there. Got the stunt on the man side of his protection with Slater and Vinson protecting it. I think they do a pretty good job there. Would like to see a little better pass off so that Slater can get to the inside earlier, but All-Star games is what it is. More pass protection. I guess that was actually Savaiinaea on the right side there. And on this, I think Savaiinaea is expecting that stunt again and never gets it. So he ends up letting his guy go around the edge. You can see Slater doing a better job than Savaiinaea of being in position for that stunt to possibly happen, but staying on it. And then on the left side, you have your slide protection, which looks good. Another slide left. On this one, we can see Slater getting a little off balance, but doing an okay job to recover. Left side looks good. Quick pass play, of course. Slide left again. And good job across the board there. Yeah, we got the slide left. They're picking up the stunt over there. We got Slater adjusting to that 4-eye technique, defensive tackle. Savaiinaea is locking up the defensive end out there. So good rep across the board. Again, slide left. Right, solid protection overall. We're looking at decent time to throw there. You get, looks like Slater getting a little tied up, getting his left foot caught. So, yeah, he's on his back, but not holding that against him. Savaiinaea really doing a nice job locking it up on the right side. And then on the left side there, looks like they decide to man that up a little more on that stunt than pass it off, because you can see Vincent following the guy to the inside and Webb to the outside. So nice, probably a communication adjustment there that I like from that left side of the line here of taking care of that. Looks like a 3/4 slide protection. All right, solid job by Vincent over here of absorbing that pass, the bull rush and the one-on-one rep. On the right side there, looks like a little indecision from Slater. Not sure that he got the help to the inside as early as he was looking. You can see him still looking back, and that's what makes him a little bit late to help Savaiinaea. So I would, I think everything worked out well there, and one of those deals that, as these guys play together more, right, Slater's going to know that his center, and I think it's Bayer, has that, right, just from experience, and can commit to the outside a little more than he was able to do right there. So a timeout there. Again, another 3/4 slide protection. And get that stunt up front, and got to be able to pass that off a little better, because Vinson's one-on-one doing a good job again. Really like the way that he's recovered throughout the game after a pretty shaky start early. But you got, what is that? Let's see. So Webb here at left guard. As that's looping around here, right, got to kind of, even though it's a slide right protection, got to try to pass it off to the left side and get that back over. And that may have been because he wasn't getting Bayer on this defender and can't just turn him free. Hard to tell from this angle and from a broadcast view. Another penalty. Got that 3/4 slide protection again. Right, Vincent holding up one-on-one at left tackle. And then your slide right protection, right? Really got to get Bayer over there. I don't know if he's waiting for that same stunt to happen. But everybody should have their right side gap. And you can see that everybody does that except for Bayer in the middle there. So, got to see a little better from him. And then the final play here, of course, this is going to be the Jack Betch touchdown. And nothing really from the offensive line's perspective other than Webb here at left guard, right, getting all the way into the end zone when that play is completed, right. Need to be a little more aware of your surroundings there and avoid the possibility of a penalty. All right, if you sat through that entire video review, congratulations. If not, I don't blame you. If you just fast forward to the end here, we're just going to talk through quickly how each of these players did. So we had a couple of guys from LSU, the Emory Jones and Miles Frazier, which are two guys that I really would have liked to see play in this game, but they did not play at all. Logan Brown, we saw that early outside zone right and a screen pass that he really looked solid on. You can see on that screen pass he's probably not the type of athlete that we'd like to see in Miami, but I do think that he's got potential to be a good player in the NFL, for somebody else. Jackson Slater is a small school guy that really showed well in the 1v1 sessions, and he came into the game and did the same thing in the game. Had another good showing. I think that he definitely increased his stock at the Senior Bowl, and looking forward to see where he goes in the draft. Jacob Bayer, had some good, some bad. Him and Clay Webb, I feel were kind of similar. They really didn't stand out, especially tough as an interior offensive lineman and a team that, passed a lot in this game, I think. Hard for those two to really stand out. They both had some, a lot of solid reps, a couple of reps that you'd like to see better, and no real standout reps from either of them. So, not sure if they really did much good or bad for their stock. Jonah Savaiinaea, really like this guy. I think he's going to be better in the NFL as a guard than a tackle. He had some really good reps. We saw the one kick out block that I really liked from the guard position. Didn't really struggle with power in the pass game. Had a couple that he, the quickness around the edge maybe struggle a little bit there in passing stuff off. So I think he's better off in the inside, but still a solid showing from him. Dellinger was one, so he really struggled in the 1v1 sessions, which kind of surprised me. I mean, he wasn't real high on my draft board, but I expected better from him in the 1v1 sessions. I thought that he did a good job of rebounding in the game. Was fairly invisible for the most part, which is a good thing for an offensive lineman. And we saw him play multiple positions. So, I think that NFL wise, I think he's going to get an opportunity and could be a valuable multi-position backup in the NFL. And then the last one here on the list is Carson Vinson, and he did pretty well in the 1v1 sessions, obviously being Alabama A&M, small school type guy. I felt that he had some ugly reps in this game. The American team left him on an island more than probably anybody else. And I think part of that may have been just giving him the opportunity to rebound and show that he can play with these guys. And there's a lot of stuff to clean up with him. We're looking at the small school guys comparing Jackson Slater to Carson Vinson. I think that Slater is a player that is probably more ready to play now than what Vinson is. But the stuff that Vinson showed in his 1v1 sessions, I think there's definitely something to work with there. Just not the type of player that I think that you're going to be able to draft and be able to expect him to start in year one. And obviously he could, get to an NFL camp and adjust quickly and be a surprise. Hope you guys enjoyed this format. Hope it was helpful. And, we'll also do the same thing for the national team in an upcoming video. As always, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk again soon.